I'm about to make a little bit of a noise. Also, who left baby powder on my whatever? Good times. Let's move some figures. I got done taking the thumbnail now. I'm actually gonna start with you because oddly enough, I'm kind of most excited about it. Well, like I'm really excited for the Gypsy Avenger, but I'm secretly really excited about this. Every time that dog just decides to murder the crap out of some squeaker toy. Every time. Every time, Ripley. Hey, Georgina. Don't mind me just sharing stuff. Oh, I just got done taking an Epsom salt. Awesome. Ripley, shut your mouth. No, you go. Shoot. We ain't cool. We ain't cool. I just want to share things. That's so much to ask. Probably use the right definition of the word where. Oh, always want to be like, hey, we're live right now. Then YouTube's like, you want to make a thing? No, I don't. No, I don't, YouTube. Yeah, I just got done doing an Epsom salt bath because work sucked and everything was starting. So, good way to soak. I was trying to read something. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Oh, Epsom salty. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, my feet don't really bug me as much, even though you think it would, because I don't know why, but with the way my ankles are, like they just like snap, crackle, pop every. Okay, we're back. So funny enough, I was like, I'll move the camera real quick. We'll get a higher elevation. Fail. At least we got this all situated before I swapped the live over. So, or maybe not. It's a good spot to tie it up. Oh. I see that garbage bag in the back corner. Good times, good times. We've been going through Casey's clothing, so that's what that is. The bag of clothes. Alright. I think we're all situated. Hopefully. Alright, camera. I'm going to ask you kindly to stop doing what you've been doing lately. For some odd reason, it seems like I don't know if it's just like the cables, maybe like the connection points kind of loose for this thing. But it seems like I going to laptop, but I wasn't even touching the laptop. It's weird. But anyways, got the Chainsawman. Got the band Presto Power. Hey, Russell. So I figure we'll start with this because it's probably the least exciting thing out of the box for most people. But like I said, oddly enough, the one I'm most excited about because I like Power and Chainsawman, and it's specifically her when she's teasing Denji on the toilet. And I thought it was just kind of a unique little figure. So I figured I'd grab it. For the most part, I've been trying to avoid buying these as much as I used to outside of certain ones. And then with the whole tariff situation now, I'm just kind of scared to grab some of this stuff. Waiting and seeing. I heard through the grapevine that Entertainment Earth just spiked up a bunch of stuff, so I'm curious to see what that shift in prices were for some things. Yeah, where the boot packs come out. Sadly enough, I don't think it looks like that. Oh, actually, I do remember that. So here's the toilet. So oddly enough, she doesn't hook into the toilet. She just kind of sits on it, it seems. Also gonna attempt to adjust the lighting. We've had mixed mixed responses with this. Got our white toilet. She's cut into 2 pieces. So you could also kind of use her as like a noodle stopper if you wanted. Hey, Art. I like how my little character doesn't catch the when I'm using like the hair dryer, or the heat gun, but for some odd reason, the plastic sets it off. Oh, sweet. Yeah, the minus color figure is pretty solid. They just slide her together. Oh, actually, looking at her, she does. She's definitely stuffed. That is for sure on this one. Detail's pretty solid, though. Bit on the flat side, but to be expected. Nothing really going on with her feet, but if you're into that, she's definitely got some foot fetish going on there. Hey, Andrew. You know, surprisingly enough, for like a prize, it was like for a cheaper prize statue figure, the face is actually really nice. Oh, but anime women feet are so much better than real feet. So much better. Hair looks solid. Honestly, it's not that bad. And then I'm just. I'm gonna admit, it's not the most stable thing because I got this like flush as she sits a little bit elevated. So that's a little worrisome. But she's not quite touching the ground. I don't think she's gonna knock over. At least easily, but I would maybe want to put something underneath her foot here just to give her a little bit more added stability. But she does actually like the connection points there is really nice. Like if she's sitting flush, like she's gripping the toilet, which is nice. Oh, actually, maybe it's just where she was sitting, like that. Okay, so I'm so confused. Is the toilet not flat? Because I sat her over here, and this is a glass table, so it shouldn't have too much ridges. Oh, so you kind of got to find the angle. Gotcha. So the more you turn her, the flatter the foot gets. That's weird. Because this is supposed to be kind of straight on. I guess not. Oh yeah, well I've seen like how much random stuff's in that box. Like yeah, it's gonna be. I'll definitely have to do a stream opening that one. But also decided to pick up. Jada has the new Cyberpunk Edgerunner figures coming out. So I pre-ordered these. I really like that short, and I just really enjoy like Studio Trigger animes in general. So I try to get some stuff from the series, but really enjoyed this one. And I've been really liking the Street Fighter figures, so I was curious with these. So I figured I'd grab them, see how it goes. I mainly just want Lucy and Rebecca, but I'll take it, you know. I can't remember if Arnett said he watched this one or not. Although I will say the box relatively solid, but not my favoriteest one. Like the Street Fighter ones are like peak boxing. This one's just, it's good. I'd say it's better than the norm. But unlike the Street Fighter ones, it doesn't make me want to keep him in the box. And what's also interesting is he actually has soft goods, which is one of the reasons I decided to. You'll see the little mat here's clean. I have a backup mat for situations like this where I don't want to get the outfit super dirty. Boxes do keep the dust out. And maybe use a little bit of shading on the figure here. It's pretty much just skin tone throughout. There's a little bit of color variety. Well, I guess there's a little bit of shift in skin tone. There's a little bit of coloring. It's just really minute for the shading. Hey, Bobo. But he does come with a soft goods jacket, which feels like it has a bendy wire. So you kind of flex it a bit. I actually really dig the jacket. Usually I'm not into like the smaller scale clothing accessories on these figures because it always just seems, especially with the stitching and stuff, it just seems way too large. But this is definitely serviceable. Oh yeah, this would be kind of dope in a Goku, wouldn't it? And it also comes with, I'm not going to get everything out currently because I do want to try to plow through to get to the Gipsy Avenger. But we will probably be doing full reviews of these, so look out for that in the near future once Arnez gets back from his vacation. Ooh, gotcha. Also, his pants are soft goods too. It's got the hard belt with the straps here. I do. I was gonna say I'll save removing the coat for the review, but you can actually remove the coat if you want to do extra options with them. He also comes with gripping hands for the pistol. Comes with an extra head. Sure. There we go. That kind of focuses a little bit better. It's kind of like the grimacing head. Detailing's pretty solid. Then he also has random pistol. And the arm attachment, which I am currently forgetting exactly what this is for. But he does have the removable peg there, so you can't set this up in there. Yeah, it's one of those, like, it's serviceable on that figure, but you definitely don't get, like, the full, like, upwards and downwards range of motion for that head. Which might be kind of nice, because you do see Godzilla actually, like, doing those roars and such. But I'm going to put all the accessories back in the box for now. I'm going to keep him out, because I'm just not too concerned about it. Stick a hand on the table here. I don't think it's going to get into too much mischief. I do think I'll hang on to these boxes, though. Because while I do really love Trigger, I could see me at some point possibly getting off these. It all depends. Like if they do like all the characters from the show, I'll definitely hang on to them. If they only do certain characters from the show or the line randomly dies, then especially if they don't give me my Rebecca, these things are definitely moving on to the wayside there. It's a decent sized box. It's more they're like about figure art size. So they're not like your typical like NECA or like McFarlane figure. They're a little smaller than that. Oh, you know what? I did not realize that she actually came with soft goods. I thought it was just him and he had all hard stuff. Oh yeah, the figure. It's not super large. Like, here's David next to a bootleg Marvel Legends that we're working on for commission. Like, Venom is much taller. So like I say, he's more like import figure scale than stateside. Also, loose heads. Man, this her little jacket's gonna terrify me because it's white. It's like off white. Oh shit! Okay, the way they did the patterning for like, I thought those were legit too. And I was like, they really gave me like a little thread of fabric there. Okay, a little suspicious. Ooh, all right. So one negative. I don't know if it's just the material coming off or something, but you'll see there's like a bunch of whitening here. Right there. It kind of rubs off of your finger. But I don't know if that's from the clothes or sometimes I've noticed with some figures. I don't know if it's just the material, but especially like the Playmates Turtles, the vintage collections from Playmates, and the movie ones especially. For some odd reason, if you leave them alone for too long and you don't dust, it's almost like something starts growing on the plastic and you have to clean them off. I've seen some figure arts had that issue too. Could just be because of my basement, could get a little moist and hanging out down there, but I've seen that before. But like I said, I don't know if that's maybe just coming off from the clothing. Yeah, I think it probably is just the clothes. But she's got like everywhere where the clothing have touched, it is having that issue. So that's a little sketchy. Face looks solid though. Which also comes with a extra face as well. You get a pair of extra hands. Actually, you get 2 sets of extra hands. You guys can see there. Also has the pistol with a little blue for the slide. I'll be honest with you. I haven't picked up the figure arts. I would say I say your best bet was to just hold off and pick up the Haya, because I think the Haya just scales a little bit better with the monster arts. Like, to me, it seems like a little small next to the Hayas, but next to a monster arts, I think it'd be solid. And you're going to save quite a bit of money, even with the Terrafikes. I don't think it's going to be too bad. Also trying to figure out, there's like oh, I know what that is now. I kept seeing this little blue thing, and I thought it was on my mat, but it's actually Kitty Trinkle's mod thing. I was like, what is this thing over here? It is shiny. I will say, having seen people review the thing, it definitely looks a lot nicer than what I originally gave it credit for. She also comes with these 2 cables. For the most part, I'm probably just going to be posing her with the gun. but I do like the added accessories. It's just like the shirt's going to be a little annoying. She's definitely going to be one of those figures that's going to go hang out in the display case forever. But outside of that, I'm digging it. Sculpt's solid. She looks like something you would see from a Studio Trigger anime, so it's definitely not the worst. Just trying to see if I can dumb down the lighting a little bit, maybe see if that helps for you guys. Problem is, it's like white on black, so it's just like everything reflects off her so much. I had one nitpick about the box. I love that they use a lot of the anime promotional pictures on here. I do kind of wish it showed stuff of what the figure can do, though. Because as a reviewer, it kind of helps a little bit. It's been a hot minute since I've watched the anime. Just to kind of give you a little bit of a refresher. Yeah, oh man, Scar King hurt my feelings too because there's that bootleg Scar King. And I want to grab it so bad. But to my understanding, they stopped shipping from China, so I don't even know if you can get them off AliExpress right now. And then I'm like, if the tariffs is good, probably cost me as much as the stupid normal one. So I totally just put everything in the box, but didn't put her accessories into the box. All right, have a good one, Bubba. Do that right quick. We'll mess around with them more later. So I sort of dig the soft goods, not as much on her. I think I would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit of a different material used for the jacket than what they used. It's not bad, but I almost kind of wish it was the same kind of material as his jacket. They would have just used for this. I would have digged it a lot more. Alright, now for the important one. The creme de la creme. Gipsy Avenger. Everyone's favorite back from their favorite giant monster movie. No, I like the movie. I've gone on record saying before that I still think it's probably the best Power Ranger movie we've gotten. It just hurts my feelings that it's not a Power Ranger movie. I kind of dig it in its own way. It's just kind of hard for me to be like, oh yeah, quintessential Pacific Rim movie. Like, I think the anime did a little bit better job. But that being said, the anime also kind of, the ending to that was like super rushed. Oh. But I do like Gipsy Avengers design. Oh, it comes with the rocket's already attached. Oh, that's one way to do it. It's got an extra one for holding. Oh, yeah, the mech from the beginning. Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't. Well, I guess there's like one figure because it came with one of the. Did it? I'm trying to remember now. With one of the robot spirits, didn't they have like one little one? I have to go look at my stuff. Yeah, it's got so many accessories. I could do it. Dump everything out. Lose one piece on the floor somewhere. I sort of saw where it went. Oh, there we go. Because I also want to hurry because WrestleMania is tonight, so I definitely want to watch that. Now, sadly, this one didn't actually. So I wonder. So I doubt the battery is attached. Oh god, how does this hook in? It looks like it's pegged into the shoulder ports here. Yeah, I love me some wrestling. So me and Casey and I are going to be watching wrestling tonight. The only thing that sucks is I got like 2 family things to do tomorrow for Thanksgiving, for Easter, and again WrestleMania. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to go on there. So sadly, I kind of wish it would have came with some kind of effect piece for the cannons here. Because oddly enough, like Gipsy and Crimson Typhoon had stuff. This does not. Especially when they give us 2 different versions of the chainsaw blades for each side. So you get the open chainsaw and then the actual sword portion. They also have the little cannon hands. Also interesting enough, because you get clench fist here. These have the adapters for the weapons in them. And then you get extra open hands, which does have the metal plate over the peg on the hands here. So, oddly enough, it actually uses the same joints, but you swap the hand off the joint. Oh, so is the neck one solid piece? I was kind of thinking the neck would have more articulation based on the way it's sitting, but that does not appear to be the case. I'm also kind of wondering where the battery goes in. Well, anyways, attempt to hook these in. Put the little back plates here. It's got a ton of ratchet joints. It's kind of got the same thing. The shoulders sort of like Gypsy Danger had, where these are on a ball joint. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the first one, to be fair, either, though. It looked kind of interesting. But, I don't know. It's one of like action movies I kind of gotta be in like the mood for the most part anymore. The sci-fi's got kind of always like sci-fi's mainly been my primary genre, so it's way more easy to talk me into that than just like a basic action movie. But having seen the trailers for The Accountant 2, I didn't even remember there's a first one. Where does this? Okay, well that comes up hard easy. I'm wondering. Okay, I was gonna say because the way it was sitting, it just seemed like it was arching its back so far, and it did not want to adjust forward at all. But it was just the way the ball joint was sitting on it. But double jointed knees. A lot of ratchet joints. A lot of clickety clickety. Oh, where'd the box go? Does it tell me how everything's attached? Alright, so chest plate pops off. Ripley, what are you chewing on? Ripley? No. No chewing on the boxes. Don't you ever tell me no chewing on the box. That's not Ripley's. Come here. Thank you. Hi, bumpers. Guys, see Ripley. Okay, so this comes off. Oh, it does. Well, it's easy. Huh. I don't know how I feel about it. Alright, so this might be the first one of these that I'm not the most blown away with in terms of construction. Well, to be fair, the way the battery was for Crimson Typhoon was kind of weird. This one is just like, okay, so the circuit board for the light just straight up comes out, and you just sit it in there. You just plug that back in. I feel like I'm gonna break that. At least I don't need a screw this time, so I guess that's something. And it does work. Boop. Boop. I don't hate it, but it's a bit on the lazy side for the way the light's set up. It would have been nice to have something a little bit more permanently attached, because it's just another extra thing that somebody can randomly lose or break from just the way you'd have to handle it. I held the dog. The dog came over here and then instantly went back to chewing out of the block. Hey, you. No. Not yours. Thank you. Pain in my butt. But don't come back to me. He's like, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was doing. I'm just a puppy. Yeah, you. My little mutt. Don't you get mouthy. Nah, don't you get mouthy. Don't think I won't scold you on stream. I'll do it. I don't think I won't. But people are watching. She's like, I'll take advantage. No. I'll play. You're fine. So far, my initial impressions, solid. I do like the lights. I like the way the lights look. The head articulation is probably the thing that leaves a little bit to be desired. And I do wish that it had some effects pieces to go along with these. That I think you could have just done like 2 effects pieces, but they just could have worked for both of these. I think would have sufficed. I'm probably going to make something myself to go in there. More than likely. But then again, I got plenty of Gypsy Avengers, like the robot spirits I have set up with the weapons out. And the main reason I wanted to grab this one is because I thought it was sweet that it actually came with the missiles and stuff attached. So it made it a little bit more unique. Detailing's really nice though. I like the armory. Like overall, I'm not at the point where it's like, oh, this is a bad buy. It's just kind of like the first one has just been like, for how much I paid for it, it's fine. Not quite as wowed as I was with like Gypsy and especially Crimson. Like Crimson whole. Crimson was stellar. No, for me, I was looking at it because it says F2. I was just curious how the blades look in there. Not too shabby. But yeah, I dig it quite a bit. It's definitely an improvement over the robot spirits, that's for sure. I'd say it was better than the. It's definitely better than the Diamond 2, especially for all the accessories. Just the way it feels. Like it feels like a bit more of an expensive figure. Because it kind of gives me like the same NECA feel in terms of just like the way that the plastic feels on your hands, but just like the way the articulation works and such, it just feels like something that should be a little bit more pricey, which works because it definitely is pricey. But anyways, I think we're going to call the live stream good here. So overall, honestly, David's probably the best thing. David's sweet. I was the one I was least excited about getting, but he's actually not bad. Her, a little bit on the disappointing side with the way the clothing is and such. I wish they used a different material. She's sweet. Liked her. It's just getting her in the right position. And then Avenger is really solid. But we'll have reviews for these guys in the next coming week or two. Once I get, like I said, once I get our Nizor. Not sure how we'll get a review, but we'll definitely do the Cyberpunk. Come here. Cyberpunk and Gipsy Avenger. You want to say hi, everybody? Huh? You want to say hi, everybody? You're getting big. Somebody just got her shots. She got rabies shots day before yesterday, so she was a little tender yesterday. Today she's not so bad. And you had to get 2 of your shots. I actually got 3 of them. It's you. Thank you. She's also a really big kissy puppy. Yeah. Like I said, we bought her because, like I said, my wife, growing up, they had border collies and Shelties, and then my grandparents had Shelties too. So I was kind of used to having them around. And then she is like the least Shelties, like border collie acting dog that I know. Yeah. We're gonna hear a mutt. But I was expecting you to not be so cuddly. Yeah, she's cuddly, likes to play, really likes to lick. And she's fairly intelligent, which also gets her into trouble. Yeah, you're still a little mouthers. We're working on that one. Yeah, you're getting some of your teeth in now. Some of your big girl teeth, you know? But anyways, my poor lamb. Well, she ripped the arm off Lamb Chop. And the majority of the stuffing. There's still one squeakers that survives in it. Yeah? Well, is there something interesting on my shirt? I haven't eaten anything with the shirt yet, so I don't know what you're licking. Yeah. Oh! She chose some violence. Here you go. What are you doing, violent dog? But you can help us defeat those guys by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys, like keep up the day, which you want to donate. Greatly would appreciate it. Doubt we'll do a live stream tomorrow. We'll have one of the unimportant reviews up for tomorrow, but nothing special. Because like I said, I'm not going to really be home much tomorrow. Gonna be at family get-togethers and watching WrestleMania on my phone, more than likely. But probably Monday, Tuesday, we'll get back to working in customs. Wrap this one up off stream with the Todzilla. Pretty much, you guys saw everything other than I re-detailed some of the spikes to look a little bit more Rocky-like than what they were, and then just cleaned up the paint job on it. And then still got to wrap up this guy. We got to do some sculpting on that, so that'll probably be this coming week, is messing around with that. And pieces falling off. And also started on this one here. I at least got the details. You got the size fleshed out. But I gotta start actually like building up the material on the Warbler here. So then I can kind of sculpt them. So that once the part comes in, I just swap the head out and should be pretty quick after that. But anyways, see you guys in the next stream.